How's it going, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to the vlog. Hope you guys are having an awesome day today. And finally, we are going to address my tires. I have been trying to balance my tires for the better part of 2 weeks now. So I got something today. This is my last resort before actually having to go and get new tires. And yes, that is my cat going nuts on his cat wheel there. Something for you guys to see. You don't see that every day, I guess. But what I've got here is balancing beads. So in here is a couple bags of balancing beads, and this is the injection tool. So basically what you do is you hook this end up to your tire, you hook this end up to the compressor, and you fill this chamber here with the glass beads. They are glass. So what you do is you hold it like so. You can see there's a little bit left in here because I borrowed the tool from somebody. But basically you would deflate your tire, take the valve core out, put this on, and once you have no pressure in the tire, you start to pump the tire up with this unit, and you flip this over, letting the beads jump into that little hole and into the airway, and that way they get put into the tire without having to dismount the tire. Now, this is an old school method. It's not used very commonly in cars. I know some people that used it in their truck tires on 18-wheelers, and they swear by this stuff. So I looked up on their website, and they actually have specs for mud tires. And I figured, why not? What the hell? It's 50 bucks in beads, and if I don't actually have any good success, then worst comes to worst, I'll get new tires. But maybe this can salvage those super swampers. Because I like the tires, I just don't like how they ride at the moment. They are very bumpy, and it's not even a comfort thing. It's more of, I don't want the Jeep to fall apart and rattle itself to shit. So let's go. Let's take the Jeep to the shop real quick, and I'll show you guys how to install these, and hopefully we get rid of that vibration. First thing you want to do is let all the air out. Then take all the weights off. Oh, that one was stubborn. Now that we have all the weights off, I will put all of the beads inside our tool right here, and there you have all the glass beads. So I got them in the tire. Now I want to let the pressure out very slowly so that they don't come back out of the tire. And then I'll put the valve core inside, and I will seal it all up, fill it with air. And they give you a special valve core. You can see there's the original, there's the new one. It's a little bit different, so it doesn't get clogged up. Most of them are in there. And you can hear the sand in there, or it sounds like sand anyway. Perfect, so now both tires are done, and I marked them using the valve cap that came with it, just so I know which ones have them. And you can kind of hear it in there. So let's go for a ride, and then I'll explain exactly the science and the theory behind these and why I decided to try these. Well, so far, driving at regular speeds here in the city, it is performing very, very well. I'm super surprised at how smooth it is. And yeah, let's go and let's get this thing up to speed. Let's start hitting that 80 kilometers an hour mark. That's when we had that issue. And let's see if the issue is still there. And there's 80, and she's running smooth. No issues so far. Very good. I am super impressed. But let's keep driving for a bit, let's keep testing, because it might just be a nice patch of road here. I need to actually get her up to speed and see if it is actually good now. And yes, I know that check engine light is back. It is an evap code, and I will be checking what it is exactly, but I'm not too concerned. Evap is not a big deal. It's more for emissions than it is for actually good operation of the vehicle, so not too worried at all. Alright, we're getting on the highway now. There's 80. Shaking still, but not nearly as bad. I would say it's got maybe less than half of the vibration that was there before. But let's go for about 5-10 minutes and then we'll see. It's been about 15 minutes now and we've been cruising at about 90, and as you can see by my hand, we are vibrating a bit. So we did not fix it totally. It did help a bit, but yeah, it's not gonna be a complete solution, so I'm gonna have to see. I might get some new tires, but I don't know. I'm still kind of on the fence because I like these tires. They work well off-road, and that's basically 90% of where I drive this Jeep. So we'll see, we'll see. Maybe we'll keep these tires, maybe we'll get something else. I'm not too sure yet. But the next thing on the list, I have to go get my front two ball joints repaired. So I'm gonna go drop the Jeep off right now at a shop. They're gonna fix the front two upper ball joints for me, replace them with some nice new Moog ones, and I will be picking the Jeep up tomorrow morning. And once we get back home with the Jeep tomorrow, I've got a couple more parts like that. The new visors for the top here, I've got the weather stripping for the back, and I've got a few other things. I've got my ball joints here, and the reason I am not doing them myself is because I don't feel like buying a ball joint press and playing with all of that junk. Eventually, once I have the space and I have my own garage and everything, then yeah, I will get a ball joint press and I'll get all the tools and all that. But right now, I'm kind of limited on space and I don't want to keep buying things that I'm only going to use here and there. But 136 bucks for two Moog ball joints, and these are the uppers, so I will be going and taking it to a shop, getting these installed, and as soon as I get my car back, or my Jeep back I should say, tomorrow, I have a couple more things to install, such as the visors and the tailgate weather stripping. Can't even close this right now. But the other thing that I was going to say is the reason I tried the balancing beads is because by theory they balance the tire from the inside and they go to all the places that it needs the weight instead of on the outside of the rim where it kind of, it does its job. And I'm not going to say it doesn't do its job, but it's supposed to be better by using the beads. It's supposed to balance it out from the inside and get all of the heavy spots balanced out properly. And yeah, so I don't know if I didn't put enough or if I whatever the case is, but I think that the reason that my tires are giving me this vibration is because they're out of round, and yeah, you can't really fix that with balancing. So I'm gonna have to decide. Since I do like the tires, I'm gonna keep them for the time being, but I think that I am gonna look at getting a second set of something, maybe in the next few months or in the next few weeks. Depending on when I'm going to be doing my lift, then I'm going to be getting bigger tires. So I don't want to be buying tires twice, which is kind of why I'm trying to salvage these as long as I can. But it might just mean that I'm going to have to do the lift sooner. So I'm going to go drop the Jeep off right now. And as soon as I get the Jeep back tomorrow, I will see you guys and I'll let you know exactly what we're going to do next. What's up, guys? It's the next day. Got the keys. I've already been to the shop and paid for all the work. And now it's just time to go get the Jeep. Unfortunately, we had a few more things that we had to do. So we did the front two upper ball joints, and I also had to take care of the front left hub bearing. So I got the whole hub assembly because I needed the wheel bearing. And the other thing we needed was a U-joint right on the bearing, right behind the bearing on the axle there. So I got a new U-joint in the front and new bearing, new hub, and the front two upper ball joints. So hopefully that helps with the balancing beads that we threw in there. And yeah, let's go for a ride. Let's see exactly how it drives. should be a lot better, should be ready for some trails this weekend, and I've got some good ones planned. Some ones that we've never been on yet, so stay tuned for that. But first, let's go get the Jeep. Back in the Jeep. Well, we're driving back on the highway now, and it's not too bad at all actually. It feels pretty solid. The back wheels are still a little bit off, they're not perfect, but it's definitely good enough that we can drive it to a trail this weekend and go and have some fun. Because if you guys have been following the build, you know that I've been repairing the crap out of this thing lately, and I'll do an update for you guys on exactly how much I've spent. But so far so good, I can't really complain too much. It's actually riding a lot better than it was like a week ago. So I'm gonna keep testing it for a bit, keep driving, and then I got a few things that I'm gonna do to kind of finish this off and make it look nice and make it finally feel sort of finished. Now that we're off the highway, it's been driving pretty good. It actually drives a lot smoother than I expected, and it should be good enough that we will be able to take it off-road this weekend, and I'm happy that I can finally say that. So let's go back. Let's head back to my place. I've got a few more things that I want to do to kind of finish this off, like the visor up here and a few other things. So let's go and let's bang that out, and then we'll be fully ready to go and hit the trails. Now the first thing that I want to take care of before we go off-roading this weekend is this seal. And if you guys remember, let's see if I can get a good shot for you. Actually, shouldn't close that with the light there. Let's put the light on the inside like this, and let's turn it down a bit so you guys can actually see that there's a gap, if I can get the light to sit. There we go. So once we close this, you can see there is a gap, and it does go all the way through. Now let's see if we can seal it. Now what I got to do the job is some weather stripping. I actually got this on Amazon. It was pretty cheap. I think I paid around 25 bucks, and it's got adhesive already on it, and there is like a little bulb. Hopefully this does the trick. Came with an extra roll of double-sided tape, and it looks like it's actually 3M Scotch brand, so good stuff. But I don't know if I will be needing this tape. We'll see. Let's try to install it with this tape that's already on there, and if I do need it, then we'll grab it. So first things first, we got to cut it to size, and I will be putting it along this inner lip here, so that hopefully when I close it, this lip meets up with the glass and we have that proper seal. Because as you see, there is a rubber here, but it's just not big enough, I guess, or whatever the case may be. Maybe the window's not set properly. Either way, I'm not moving it again. If you guys remember what happened last time, I don't have very good luck or very good experience with these windows, so let's not play with them too much. My end is actually cleaner than the end that came pre-cut, but okay. Not too bad. Measurement looks on point. And now comes the real test. Let's actually close it and let's see. Much better. And it looks like we could use a little piece here and maybe on the inside right there. Same thing over here. and there is a slight gap, but that's because this piece of weather stripping keeps moving. There you go. That covers that gap up. So it's just over here really. There's a little piece here, these two, and this. And I know that this is from a piece from the factory that is screwed on here. I don't know if it's for the soft top or for the hard top. I guess it's for both, but I don't have it. My Jeep never came with it, so we shall improvise. So I ended up using actually that double-sided tape, and I just didn't peel the backing off. I left it in there on both sides, and hopefully this gives me that little bit of extra room to not leak until I find that piece. I'm gonna try to look for it. I'm gonna see if I can actually get it. But for now, I don't wanna just put in some random bolts or screws in there that are just gonna rust. So, it looks pretty good, except for a little pinhole here. Everything else is pretty sealed. And I think I can actually get that pinhole too. So I added one more here and along the bottom. Now we should have no leaks. And I put one more here just for good measure, just to match the other side. But now let's move on to the next thing. And the next thing that we got to do are these sun visors. Now, the ones that I just got are not the exact same color as the one that I have. So that's why I bought two. Can see they don't really match, and I think it would look better if at least these matched. So let's replace this one too, and then we will be on our way to one last thing before we have to pack up and get ready to go off-roading. I think that looks a ton better, and they are a little bit long here, but there we go. It just barely touches. Yeah, I think it's just the way I have my mirror set up, but it looks a lot better in here. So the last thing I want to take care of is this. It kind of just broke off one day when we were out on the trail, and I was winching myself, but I had the door open, but I was winching forward. Not exactly sure how that happened, because it didn't rip my door open or closed. It just kind of, I heard a snap, I looked down, and yeah. So let's fix that and let's take care of that, because it's been quite annoying, especially on windy days. You open the door and it just kind of runs away on you and you got to grab it. So let's take care of that strap. I don't see that coming off anytime soon. So basically what I did there was I drilled a big hole to kind of get rid of the old screw that was broken off. and I drilled a smaller hole that went all the way through, and then I just used one of these Robertson head and got her done. Now I can finally, oh yeah, that's gonna hold. It's a little bent, but that just gives you that extra little bit of room to open the door. No, but everything's coming together. It's looking great. I'm actually really happy with how everything's coming together. And now it's time to throw the last few things inside so that we're ready to go on the trail. And I got a couple of additions. So I'm going to show you what I picked up because I think it's going to help us out a lot once we're out there actually on the trail in the forest. So let's take a look at what I got. Leave my little detailing spray and cloth back here because you never know. Sometimes you just got to clean something up on the go. Here's what we got back here. I've got a box full of random crap. It's got things like penetrating oil, paint, pliers, vice grips. You can see the ends of some plug kit for tires, some gloves, some other stuff like that. Then we have my ratchet set. Above the ratchet set, we've got a full recovery bag. In there, I have a toe strap. I've got recovery hooks, D-hooks. I have a chain, a clinch hook, gloves, ratchet straps, you name it, it's probably in there. And then a bottle of oil and a bottle of coolant just in case. Once we go inside, I've got my fan back here just in case it gets hot on the trail because this guy's not equipped with AC. And here we have the new additions. Let me put the light up here for you guys so I can actually show you. First thing I got was this squeegee, and it's got a mister. So this could actually come in pretty handy when we're out on the trail and the mirrors or the windows get covered in mud and we can't actually see where we're going. I think this will be a great addition and it'll help us out a lot. Got this thing at the dollar store. And the other thing I got was this aluminum shovel, and it extends to about that long. Not bad. It's not too big, but it's aluminum, so it's not too heavy, and it is better than not having a shovel because I've been in many situations where we've been digging with sticks and branches and stuff like that. So I think this is going to be a great addition to the Jeep. And I think with all of that and my recovery boards or recovery mats or traction mats or whatever you guys want to call them in here like so, and then I use my rock straps. It's upside down right now, so the rock straps are at the bottom, but then I strap that in and that's how we roll. And I almost forgot, back here behind the recovery bag is a bag full of all sorts of screwdrivers, and they all have the striking caps on the back. And some more wrenches, but these ones are all gear wrenches. So I should be pretty well equipped for most things that come up, but there's always something that breaks that you can't fix while you're out there, and you just can't plan for those things. But unless you want to bring your entire arsenal of tools and a trailer, which I don't have the luxury of doing, you kind of just got to bring what you can. And especially with having 2 square feet of trunk space, you kind of got to make do. Now we are fully ready to take this thing back on the trail, go off-roading, and hopefully not get it too dirty on the inside. And yes, I am going to turn that light off in a second. Well guys, it's finally done. We have cleaned the Jeep, we have finished all the odds and ends, and hopefully we are ready to go off-roading. I feel like we are. The ball joints are new. I've got a new hub on one side, and I've also got a new U-joint on the driver's side, right on the end there. We should be pretty good. I'm hoping that everything stays put together and we don't get it too dirty on the inside, but other than that, I'm pretty satisfied with how it came out. So thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for sticking around. Hope to catch you guys in the next one. And hopefully you'll be there with me because we're going to a new place I've never been to. It's Ray's place. There's going to be a couple of other Jeeps with us, so stay tuned for that. But thank you guys for watching. So until next time, guys, ride safe out there. Peace.